So we know that the Diamondbacks just lost Ketel Marte, and instead of calling up their super prospect Jordan Lawler, they called up someone else. And Diamondbacks fans, they're not happy. They're saying that that was a stupid move. Jose Altuve has looked like a machine. He's putting the Astros on his back, but the Astros just got dealt with some more bad luck. They just lost a starter to a freak accident. Carlos Rodon got hosed by a home plate umpire. Now he's barking at him because it should have been called strike 3. Instead, it's ball 4. And of course, the way that baseball always works, that happened after. Juan Soto finally did something for the Mets, and Fernando Tatis Jr. hit a baseball so far that he's calling BS on StatCast. He's saying, nah, I hit that ball way farther than what you just said it was tracked at. We'll talk about all of that and more in today's recap, and don't forget that MLB Recap is brought to you by SeatGeek. Use code Fuzzy to save 20 bucks off all of your tickets, even concert tickets. And I was able to extend the Bryce Harper free pick'em on Underdog Fantasy for one more day, so if you download Underdog Fantasy, all you have to do is download it with my code Fuzzy, get that free Bryce Harper pick'em, and have some fun. And by the way, always play responsibly. So this first game is a very, very scary game if you're not a Cubs fan, because Justin Steele, he finally looked like himself, which again is scary. The Cubs also scored 7. Michael Busch legged out an RBI double after the Cubs put up a few boring runs, and then Ian Happ as well as Kyle Tucker, they teamed up for even more. They both had RBI one-basers. I don't think I've ever said one-baser, but we have another one. Seiya Suzuki singles and Tucker, a 7 spot for Justin Steele, who matched that 7 with the 7 innings, 7 shutout innings with 8 strikeouts. Shota Imanaga, Matthew Boyd, and Justin Steele have combined for 1 earned run over their last 20 innings. The Cubs are 8-5. They're number 1 in base hits, runs scored, stolen bases. They have a crazy high ceiling this year, but please get that Kyle Tucker extension done immediately. We'll show the Yankees and Dodgers game right after this, but there's another team in the NL Central trying to flex their ceiling. The offense for the Reds still needs a lot of work, but Hunter Greene is proving that he is a legit bona fide ace. Jung-Hoo Lee, he made a few web gems to help out his ace, Logan Webb, once in the first, another gliding play in the 5th inning. By the way, Jung-Hoo Lee has 6 doubles, which leads the NL, and he has 3 stolen bases. He's showcasing a lot of future 5-tool potential. He just has to get that power stroke going. Logan Webb and Hunter Greene, they pitched out of their minds. I think they combined for 16 frames of shutout baseball. Webb had 10 strikeouts over 7. Hunter Greene, I think he was an out away from throwing a complete game shutout. Now, Cincinnati, they must have thought that it was Christmas because they got an early gift seeing Webb getting pulled after 7 innings of just flat-out dominance. The pen for San Francisco, maybe their controller died or something because there was a bunch of walks. They left pitches directly down the middle. Blake Dunn, all he had to do was flick a ball to right field with the bases loaded and 2 scored easy. He's fired up because the game's basically over. Hunter's going to try for that complete game. He strikes out Lamont, so 2 outs away. Willie dropped his PCI, so a can of corn, 1 out away, but here comes Tito because Hunter, he had back-to-back base runners after getting those 2 outs. He's at 104 pitches. Elliot Ramos is way too dangerous to face with a tired arm. I know it's Hunter Greene, but that's Tony Santillan. He comes in, throws one right down the middle, and that's baseball, baby. A perfect for the save. Give Jacob Hurtubise a save as well. Like, I wish we had stats, defensive stats, that people could look at casually. Maybe call it GSP, a game-saving play. I wish that we could see that, but obviously that doesn't exist. But the Reds, they win 2-0. Okay, guys, I lied. One more game before the Yankees and Dodgers games. Another GSP, a game-saving play. That's later on in this one, but real quick, I got to showcase a confident Logan Gilbert, and he is the new ace of the Mariners. It is not Luis Castillo anymore. Logan started this game with 6 strikeouts, over 5 no-hit innings, and now he's up a few because Dylan Moore, he got on for Ryan, doesn't miss Bliss. He has crazy tools. He's got a home run, 2 stolen bases, 2 outs above average on defense already. 2 years ago for the Mariners farm system, Ryan Bliss had 23 home runs and 55 stolen bases, and last year he stole another 50 back. So again, crazy tools. So that broke the shutout, and this broke Logan's no-no. Future Hall of Famer Jose Altuve has been putting the Astros offense on his back, hitting .360 with 3 home runs, but he has -5 DRS already in left field. I don't know if he's gonna stay out there and left. It's bad out there. Speaking of bad defense, Dylan Moore, I know it's not the easiest play ever, but you're a big leaguer. You got to make that play. He botched an inning snag. He whiffed it as 2 score. Now staying with 2s. 2 are on. 2 outs for Jorge Polanco, and he delivered with 2 RBIs. He's batting .417 with 10 RBIs. Here's that game-saving play, the GSP I was talking about. J.P. Crawford, he corralled a Victor Caratini smoke shot, and Rowdy with the stretch. Munoz then collected his 4th save of the season already. The Mariners are 4-7. The Astros are 4-6. The Angels and the Rangers are the only teams in the AL West over 500. And by the way, I do have to mention that the Astros rotation got another bad update. Spencer Arrighetti is going to miss a chunk of time. He was playing catch during batting practice, and a baseball hit him. He is going to be missing a lot of time. He had a 3.6 ERA with 67 strikeouts. That's a lot. His final 53 innings last year. So he was primed to have a chance at 30, 33 starts for a depleted Astros rotation. Man, it's rough right now seeing Tucker go off, Bregman go off. Altuve's raking but playing terrible defense. And now yet again, there's another blow to that rotation for the Astros. Just crazy times. The AL Central only has one team over 500, and it's the Tigers. It was freezing in this game. Carlos Rodon said, F the sleeves. He was imagining himself on an island or something like that, and he probably wished that he was on an island instead of being on the mound, because it's much better than being hosed by an umpire. On a 3-2 count, he threw a strike. It was called a ball. He's barking at the blue, obviously. And naturally, how does baseball work? That extra out haunted Carlos Rodon. Andy Ibáñez shouldn't have even been up. It's 2 outs, but of course he's up there, and he golfs out a 3-run home run to basically end this game. Judge, he did drive in a run, that's cool, but Casey Mize, he threw a nasty splitter to get Bellinger to strike out to end the threat, and Justin Henry Malloy, he got that run right back, and more. Jake Rogers, he motored in, and Javier Baez, I think that was off of one glove, then Javi flipped it from his glove to Colt Keith, who turned the double play, and the former Yankee Tommy Kahnle, he seals it as the Yankees have lost 2 games in a row. The Tigers have won 4 games in a row. And another quick update about Adam Ottavino. He pitched yesterday, so he was signed by the Yankees, then DFA'd. Signed again by the Yankees, and he just got DFA'd after pitching yesterday. I feel bad for this guy. So the Tigers have won 4 in a row, and Mets fans are thinking to themselves, 4 in a row, that's cute. I promise you guys we'll talk Dodgers after this, but I can't miss out on the perfect transition because Kodai, he's out there painting already. Throwing 95 plus in the cold is not easy. He had a couple of strikeouts early. Francisco Lindor, he just laid down a beauty. He gets on base, and he's going to have to get on his horse as Soto, he laced the ball to the left center gap. I love that camera angle, by the way. The Mets broadcast is always trying new things. I love it. Lindor, he scampers in there ahead of the relay. One, he needed that because that's just his 4th RBI, but he had 2 base hits and a walk, so I feel like the breakout is imminent. Griffin Conine, another sick catch. He's going to have a really good defensive career, in my opinion. Griffin Conine made another sick catch. This time, he robbed Mark Vientos. Vientos, he's going through it right now. Nothing is going his way. He's batting 114. Just not fun to be him. Can't say the same about Kodai. It was a lot of fun to be him yesterday. He had a double play in the 5th, and then he struck out Xavier Edwards on that ghost forkball. He goes 5 scoreless, leaves after 77 pitches, so they're still trying to build him up. The Mets went up another run in the 8th. Tyrone Taylor, he let Jose Siri do the rest after he put it in play. Siri's tip of the cleat barely slid across home as Ryan Stanek got his first save as a Met. The Mets have now won 5 games in a row. Again, a perfect transition after the Tigers won 4. The Mets are 7-3, so a half game back of the Phillies. All right. It's Dodger time, or should I say Nationals time. The Nationals, they were blessed by the baseball gods. Mookie had a chance at that Dylan Cruz laser, but he's still trying to become a decent defensive shortstop. That was ruled an error, so no RBI for Dylan Cruz. Washington grabbed another on an error, so it's 2-0, but this guy's a freak. The unicorn, I mean, he's back. Ohtani tied it. Going yard off a lefty is hard enough. Going yard off of a nasty lefty like Mackenzie Gore is just ridiculous. By the way, Ohtani tripled later in the game. He was a double away from the cycle in this one. It's all good, though, because Nathaniel Lowe, that's an insane hack as well. He whipped his hands through the zone to catch up to a painted 95 fastball. James Wood, I'm going to say this. This was even more impressive than Ohtani's home run. James went the other way off an Anthony Banda slider. That is all-time raw power for the 6'7", 22-year-old Kyber Ruiz. He's seen beach balls. He smoked another RBI extra base hit. He's batting over 320 on the season with 7 RBIs, and now he's doing it against the team that traded him. Remember, a few years ago, the Nationals got Ruiz for Trey Turner and Max Scherzer. The Dodgers attempted to come back. Mookie Betts and Will Smith, they both had RBI singles. It's 6-4 heading into the 9th, and Kyle Finnegan, he reminds me a lot of Cody Allen. Cody Allen was a great closer, but he also took many years off my life, so Finnegan's doing Finnegan things again. He allowed multiple base runners, and he somehow escaped it. He makes Nationals fans lose years off their life every time he goes out there. He has 4 saves, which is cool. He has a 1.5 ERA, which is also very cool, but he has 4 walks in 5 2/3. That is not cool. It won't last if he keeps on walking, guys. So the Yankees and Dodgers are now both losers of 2 in a row, and the Diamondbacks are also on a losing streak, but theirs now sits at 3 games. I hate to spoil it, but they're not very good right now without Ketel Marte. Marte their heart and soul. As you just saw, Ryan O'Hearn jumped all over a Zach Gallen knuckle curve that didn't really knuckle or curve enough. Gunnar and Alley, they teamed up for some run scoring in the third as Gunnar doubled, and Alley, he was held to a single, but it's kind of like an RBI gap shot. The Diamondbacks got it back within one, but a costly error in the fifth gave that run right back. Baltimore, they score after rookie Tawa, he booted it, and Ryan Mountcastle, he put this game on ice. That's kind of a backbreaker right there. 2 RBIs on that swing, a ball that was basically at Ryan's kneecaps. By the way, Mountcastle has 10 hits his last 7 games. It's really nice to see him locked in again, and we had a typical Zach Eflin start. A 1-2-3 6th inning ends his night. He only had 1 strikeout, but he also only allowed 1 run. He has a 2.7 ERA in his first 73 innings as an Oriole. No save for Felix Bautista the Mountain, but he does come in and he ends the game. The Orioles are 5-6. The Diamondbacks are also 5-6 after the 3-game skid, all without Ketel Marte, by the way. Where the actual F is Jordan Lawler? Tal was cool, but where's Lawler? Everyone's been saying that Jordan Lawler has a chance to be Fernando Tatis like when he first comes up and settles in. By the way, Nando had another huge game. Wait until you see his home run. JJ Bleday almost made that sick play, but instead Manny Machado gets another RBI extra base hit. Jake Cronenworthy caught a barrel. We're in the Crone zone now. It's 3-0 Padres. The ball flies in Sacramento. It's 4-0. By the way, Manny, he's playing like he's 25. He's batting .333 with 5 stolen bases. Speaking of 5s, did he do it again? Tyler Soderstrom. He's not going back down to AAA. He's got 5 home runs, and neither is Jacob Wilson. The rookie is on an 11-game hit streak. He's played in 11 games, so he's starting 2025 with a hit in every single game. Max Muncy, he showed some sick skills for a youngster. That was a frisbee out the hand of Michael King. Most young guys would buckle. Nope, he sat back and he laced it for an RBI double down the line. Lawrence Butler then legged down infield knock as Jacob Wilson scores, so it's a 1-run Fernando Tatis. That ball might have cleared the Hubble telescope in deep space. Now, the StatCast said it was only 406 feet, but I need someone to redo the calculations. That ball was hit 550 feet. He's on pace, talking about Nando, for 230 base hits and 76 stolen bases. Soderstrom, he's on pace for 88 home runs. He's got 6 home runs after his second of the day. He ties Aaron Judge. Staying with some more insane early season pace projections, Robert Suarez now has 5 saves. He's on pace for an MLB record 65 saves. None of this is going to happen, but I love talking about these early season pace projections. They're a lot of fun. The Padres are now 9-2, which was almost the score of this next game. Kind of, not really. This was the first of 13 games between the Jays and the Red Sox, and this is actually the first with Vladdy as a lifetime Jay, his first since signing that extension. Bo, he wants his money, but Cedon, he's taking numbers off the board. Cedon sprinted at nearly 30 feet per second, which is elite. That's a disgusting play out there. Fast forward, the Jays got 1 on an Andres Jimenez sac fly, and Springer, he took over. He doubled the lead. He then kept spraying baseballs all night long. His second RBI single, make it 3. George is batting .455 over his first 33 at-bats. He went a perfect 4 for 4 on the evening as Jose Barrios, he struck out David Hamilton to end his night. So 1 earned run over 7. Hoffman has a 1-2-3 9th inning, so that means that Barrios now has 100 career wins on the dot. Good for him. Both the Jays and the Red Sox are 6-5. The Pirates are on a little win streak. Go figure. And the Cardinals, they just lost their 4th in a row after I hyped them up and said perhaps we underrated them. Now that rotation still is not deep enough. We have our first Joey Bart dart of the year. IKF with a sick piece of hitting. He took an outside pitch and did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Take it the other way to score. And then IKF, he sprints around and scores on a Cabrian Hayes single. The Cardinals, they got back into it momentarily. Donovan had an RBI that was followed by a tater from Yohel Pozo. He's a former A's prospect. I saw him a lot down here in Vegas, the AAA team. Andrew McCutchen and Joey Bart started another rally as Kutch, he plates 2, and Joey Bart ran around for a there was fan interference, so because it was out of the reach of Victor Scott, it still ruled a base hit, even though there was fan interference. Scott, he was never going to catch that, so they did the right thing, called it a base hit. And no one's catching this baseball. Mason win his first of 2025, just a little too late. Thomas Harrington, he went 4 innings, so even though the Pirates won by more than 3, he gets his first ever save of his big league career, and a huge tip of the cap to Carmen Majinski. He goes 5 innings with 6 strikeouts, another young Pittsburgh starter who can throw 95, 96, 97 with some movement, and he can break out an off-speed pitch every so often. I'm just going to tell you guys this right now. If Harrison Bader cannot get to this baseball, a really good center fielder, no left fielder in baseball is going to catch up to this. Vinny gets the RBI double from the heavens. Willie Castro, that's an RBI, his first RBI in a few games. And then the Royals, they did their thing. They regained the lead as Isbell and Witt both chop it, and they both get to first safely. Kyle Isbell gets the RBI, whereas Bobby Witt was a fielder choice, so no RBI on that. Kyle Isbell secured his second RBI of the game, a much louder swing, this time a home run. And we have a pitch clock violation against Simeon Woods Richardson, and I think that was ball 4, so that fired up Rocco Baldelli, and I knew that he was toast because his team was losing. Obviously, if you're a manager, you're going to try and get tossed so you can rally the troops. It didn't work. Lorenzen, he held the Twins to 1 run, and even though Carlos Estevez did allow 1, the Royals are still able to take it. The Royals are 5-5. The Twins are 3-7. And there we have it, another recap in the books. Thank you guys so much for the support on this series so far. I just love growing the game of baseball, and you guys make it possible. Anyways, I'm going to stop yapping. Enjoy the web jams. See you tomorrow.
Munchie really driving one. Popped up foul, first base side. Alonso to the railing, leans in, and he got it.
Minutes about 30 people, 40 people filling in. Bader will dive, and Salvador Perez. This is line to left again. Bader again dives.
Sharply hit to the backhand. Machado gets up and throws him out. Good. This one popped in the shallow center. Jake Meyers coming on, and he is going to make the catch